102.7 SO. And sama edika editie ebunfum power ti asman Ghana emu. Mantem dun seni na emu samufu asonso krojen. Se numre yantina se enye bre enfansomo se kase Baatan. Ewa Mothers FM. So sa ye twegu ewa Mothers TV so kama. Ye twegu so abe funtintan fidin so Facebook Mothers 102.7 FM Accra. Afi YouTube no so ye de mutafa eno ye Mothers TV Ghana. We like wa comment wa share ede amame every pem ye beje braking kan ede amao ensama eba no edos ye papa egugumu pa ye sin eja mintada waka no egugumu se India for entwene no ye bebo mu bidia na kire se ye call mampani atena ye ne ho na mampani ne kratofo no nyafo kwadwofo su kire se National Cathedral ho nsem no hwehwemu nimprempren de aye krado.
Majority chief whip so akasa edanu ato a lawyer fo a he say no mokwa humijom vacation no ne ka say mu na kowie se wo mu afei eno mo wo emrem Ghana Bar Association wo mu ntimi informa no ento sa ensensemi mu bi
me na wo ka say de onmanyafo atachia won na wo kine mu ediama owura edubu ahen wo kire se sa yimu atemu ide enya de wo no wode ne ho ebechimu pie
afempemienu ni aduenu ennan nim yeto abasa so na afempemienu ni aduenu so yeto aba mentem wase etebri ye no Center for Democratic Development for address ese dosa asenmu esuko
Awutiafo nsem yi ensem enkai bi anwumeyet na se agebre de asom se kase Baatan Mothers TV no eso na wutie me so Mothers FM no eso channel so se KASE3 Ghana Limited wa madama na anwumey wo mu piame amamahunu dwam asom wo sompanya chese ye ho afa ho de share kama ye ho aya akwana akono no se enchenam no a wo de to meko ho na wo de di dokono anabenku bi ana kire se wo mo adama so na kelele clothings wo penta de papa ahye afa ho asiesie ho atiesi dwom akwa aponto bi ase dia na kelele clothing koho na kwaje wontade na hye so na Bright Hiring HR Consultancy and a Bright group of companies so makaba chirimu and omo eso yasne ene anwumri eni ntabusa for etametwuku netina se don hwere baako ye ne wo etufa e de wabo awremu ensema etiase na ebunfumpa woti asman Ghana emu a person akafo anwumri eyemme nana aba echiba menen
ekwiya kodie yebo asare
afi jebre ne hensem no ase
Mothers FM yes sompa
Yes, some na say enfa ema odiani aboremu wo oman Ghana mu ase afi bi atwemu afimpinu ene aduonu enan emu ansa na ebeto aba no na kire se dwumedie bi ekoso ewo oman emu na ni na kokowie hu se sa abre mampanya na wote abenwa so eno Ghana mampani na adodankwa ekufu ado show boy ado oteble ado gagai an lajane pane bri wono na sem ena mike na kire se onde ne ho ensem na se ne gagai ensem ne de edos ne brofo no de wante waso ansha na wante ne nsem a woka na wo kire se wodi nkunima a wo hye Nyankopon bo se wo besi aso adan kakraka de adan Nyankopon asetwedi ampomba se yi adom se wahwe ne so ama Ghana for tumi etu abanom de ama na di nkunim abaya mampanyi sanso dodo na ne ka se wo one de mampanyi de wontumi ye bi da nsem ne hye se ko so bebre pa na so ne Nyankopon de ne ho afo fi nti obesi aso adan de Nyankopon ase bewi ase ne de na afi de ensonso ni na dodo na de omo ho agimu bia omo se so nasne yeti ho committee ni na mekire National Cathedral Committee wo munina tete say se mo kwatan the city allowance de ne tese ye ma bi mu bi wi ase yes sike bi ayira no na chese 2024 December 7th ya to abawie na NDC wamu edi enkunyim sisi an National Cathedral no aka akwa ye man ho kakraka eda ho bawie ase swimming pool nsuo tamu ho na ka kodwale mu me ana akua ana abna foku ye bo a ebi ana ejaminta ene ka kodware mu bie na me no ka se de ensam no mpanifo chese sike bi ayira ewumu nti no wo mu eba bayi emu hwehwemu ansa na mpa Ghana mpanifo bayi hwehwemu no na ekuo bi etumi asore de dada ayesa hwehwemu no de ama Ghana fo eno Deloitte toche investigations so mo no din kan de audit ne beto monten so mo chese ho sika bi ayera intigana for mo mani enda ho prepare am na wo kase de ura kwachi ofosu won no to enkra edifi abankese mu wo manga mu ase wo kire se ade attorney general asem ni kodi ni nsem no wo mo aye enhwehwe mu ni na isanse wo totototoye bibia forensic audit no wo mo de aba na wieye na yenti ensem a owura kwachi ofosu ade atudwa
what's the ACDs and the Dijuma? Okay. But ACDs no one family across the Dijuma. Okay. And I say, I did a quarter and a boy didn't sing. There was an autonomy. Okay. And only audit. Until Miami a press conference, if you have here, edit to just audit no, Eddie send the 2 jar, any 9. No mono, and no not and can't assembly now. If you fancy, no crazy be ACDs in a to any board in Rodo. But young could be Mungo send us and autonomy. Okay. And I say, be only be a canana. Be Edwasa will sleep one. I don't know forensic audit. Yeah. Then a banker's okay, audit number there. And a young forensic audit, no musical. Near only papotia, a young food sources adian, a buy. Okay. Now you want a more before.
Na onmanya fo ya nsi ya pe na osanso to asubiema wo chese ade amprempren krata na kakodi attorney general ensem esan say won wo de dwumede ne hye wo nsa say wo enyen auditor general inti auditor general wie dia na wasanso de be hye attorney general ensem inti na enche biara attorney general na kasa ebeba emontene so na obi bia ne ho bomu bia no wo mo de saafo ni na ebefa emra kwan so abra report no wo de etudwa ade amagana for ensem say eno de twato
of Amra Quanso and Odidi say Jan, and I don't know your friend for a second. And I'm say, I don't know, a buying I'm ready for penny. I attorney general, yeah, or ma auditor general. To me, say on your side audit, and I'll share the say on your side audit. Until, or my, now if you had a me, I never can. Attorney general answer. Okay. Report announcements as well. The forensic audit report normally a attorney general. Okay. Now, let's hack and so show the woman answer now between the Jatuja or the Atuja. Okay. This is also you know, you won't present as a movie or the homes are better to Ghana phone in any. Now, watch there and I'm one or two afar and somewhere what audits Sana at TCC. It will say, be what the ACDs and the Dijumano. But ACDs no one family accounts in the Dijuma.
Mothers FM 102.7.
Nyaton kra edifia bankese magana mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ayura fellas kwachi ofosu nene eni kokoti ni na National Cathedral nhwehwemu a ababetudwa
na ajaje fo ahunje mo omokwa akwachi omahumi enu ye legal vacation a ekosuye nim se ne ensem bebre grofo kra kire se hia na se ehu hia na dent ne ye so akwachi omahumi na ebidie cases ni binti ese bankrofo betna kunwem no mo hwe edi asem no eno ena majority chief whip ono ase masebedwani ema manfo e wo South Day empesua so what na not to kire se Ghana Bar Association eni kwa so modi omo eto sa ensem yi mu efise omo ne omo anase djuma kra wo mu die no omo nkan hu se obia se wo ye djuma bosome ene afimu afiechi ene bia te se bia ehu behia pa se wakwaji wa home se ne ebe ya ubenya hoode foforo asabeto wo nyuma pa wudi eno so ononyafo nsema wokai na se Ghana Bar Association for edi omo for sa ensem eno enya de ebetimi aboa pa eye ya kasa legal vacation na ekwa se bia wo monti ase wo mu na se bia na enko enkan na wo kan hu se won monyamfo ya wo na majority chief whip wo monka so no se emra nim pa wo no Ghana School of Law wo no so ekọ bie wo den sem wey na tuja edit to sem trofo enim se ne ebe ya obi abenya ne ho entiase.
What is the business of the GBA in this matter? The GBA has no business in this matter. It's the lawyers. It's not the law firms. GBA is saying that they receive petitions from law firms. Law firms are not part of the Ghana Bar Association. GBA didn't sit down. You see, GBA is an association of lawyers. And when we are lawyers, we are a community of reading men, and we deal with legalists. They didn't set the issues like that. They told everybody that they got petitions from law firms, not from lawyers. He's a member of Zoe Achia and Co. It's not a law firm. He's the one complaining. It's not the law firm that is complaining. So first of all, GBA has no business in dealing with this matter because the law firms are not members of the Ghana Bar Association. The Ghana Bar Association is constituted by lawyers licensed by the GLC. The law firms, properly so-called, as we call them, chambers, they're also licensed separately by the GLC. So if you got a petition by some law firms, you ought to have written to them that there's a proper forum convenience for them to direct their petition. But I'll deal with the issues. Atachia has 17 lawyers in his law firm. And in my formative years, there were some of the lawyers that when I arrive in court early and I'm able to find my way and handle my motions quickly, I sit and listen to them. It needn't take how long it took because there were such lawyers.
Any kokotie majority chief whip on Monian for Roxon Nelson Dafia Mapo, Nene any kotie no wasa and some chronems yen dimashe bejeni, one Monian for Abdul Fattah Alasan Sudanatumu, Nelson walking Nancy a casa a lawyer for one money to me so betting me a sijina ye a makoto, a judge for no more mokeka home, nay nakofa a legal vacation ya ekosui. Then some kind of sako say, ye can't lawyers and I say emranimfo a womo ye adwuma emma court no baby ankrofo etenase enti sansu sidie say ne pempi no eya no monfo no entutu sa ensemi mu.
So what is this thing that you are trying to force down on people's throats? That it is only MPP cases, it's only the past government officials cases which are being heard during legal vacation. And in any case, we have 3 judges that you can talk up in terms of some of this narrative. We have the judge of the court, which is the main judge. We have a relieving judge, and we have what we call the vacation judge. Now, GBA's case is flawed. One, GBA is making 2 huge contentions. One is that the decision to go to court or for proceedings to continue during legal vacation lies with the lawyers. That is wrong. It is legally untenable. There's no, in fact, lawyers, as we are trained, we are told that a lawyer is just an officer of the court. You do not have powers to determine what happens in court. So you cannot be the one to decide whether court must sit or proceedings must go on during legal vacation or not, because you are just an officer. You are not a director. You are not the CEO of the court. The court has the owners. You are just to obey instructions of the court.
For Abdul Fattah Alasan and your cotie and a crackran and Kane James Nenny and Magana Journalist Association Sudan Watumakasa Afasa and Semia Airco Kosu a year legal vacation in Nensusi na Echo say one more kind so Mutimiko Equajo my home no munya whatever for a bet so Muju Media or Moody and so Saso and no Saso Ekasa watch say Yentimi and Naso Muntimi cause a case is nibi or why India more than Pana say and who here in Jason Crawford a judge for better naso na omubua asem no nese mo de tuja eni.
You cited some cases which were held during legal vacations, and we can also add the election petitions in 2013 and 2020. They were held during legal vacations. A point has been made, and it's worth re-emphasizing that legal vacations are not prosecutorial vacations. The fact that people in the courts, our lawyers and judges are on vacation. Certain cases, depending on their hypersensitive nature, depending on their supreme national interests, can be heard during legal vacations. We do understand because, and we know, you don't need to be a lawyer for you to experience or feel or appreciate what lawyers go through. Court work is mentally intensive. Physically, it's also exhausting. So they need this vacation scheduled off to recuperate, to refresh, recharge, and they don't even go on vacation. Some write legal opinions, some write judgment, and the right of judgment requires focused attention.
Radio Money now Baatan, Mothers 102.7 FM.
Enkane President Magana Journalist Association would mo nyam for afel money nene eni etie no.
Yagusearch mu awo eye court nsemi ya legal vacation ya. Lawyer for mu bi actually say omobo enno so. Say eye Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni actually say ensem ni bi wo ha yenkoso entena so. Eno na meno kase de owura ba kwa ni nsem no yebedi imprempren ya chese ye kwa homije mu onde yebedi na asem. Eye owura edu boahen onde na asem yebedi pa. Esan sempani for kire ya asem bi eye asem hia. Na eno ena ne mra nim ni onmunyamfo atachia omo nyaba monten ababe nanso no former attorney general and a former high commissioner to the United Kingdom Ayikwe O2 one so ba wonten so a wo say oh Chief Justice we yesa wanya de kra asa wo emma enum wo fie na wato ade na wo de abre emunan na wo se ba ko de wo mani bi eba ne sana wanye Baatan papa amfa ma wo man eba ne se no bibia kwa homegye me sanse odwuma ni bia de we ye adwuma wo se okofie ekogye wa home agagefo nya lawyer ma betina asem so edi asema o medi asem die opepon bosome na babesi na che se kitansa bosome nim na ye se osana bosome ekosi ebobosome mo nkogye wa home a na wo se da bi me ye yimu kakra na ebi mu nkogye wa home na ebi mu de o montina asem no so na munni asem emfa ema me che se ba ne sana wone wo mu enyi ni ye kra legal vacation ne de ewo emrem constitution ebomu ban se ewo se emrani ni bia edu sabre na August to September mutumi ekokogye mahome enyi nte ba ne sen na afi de enyimanim ya wosi o ewo mu se ye high court na etumi ma Chief Justice tumi bi but enokra no ewo bribia etumi eba ne sen simpempem de woni Chief Justice enya adwen ewo nyi hihye ya wodi abe.
I'm not very confident with that kind of practice, although in the High Court rules you find that the Chief Justice can give directions, including vacations. But I am not very, very confident. To be very, very honest with you, I don't remember these things happening as if it's ordinary of the run cases. But during vacation, you can ask somebody to continue and appear in court. It's not... I think I agree with the attacher that what he's saying is that we all know that we have a legal vacation. We are entitled to go and rest and come after the legal vacation. So why do you compel him to go to court because somebody is interested in concluding a particular case? My brothers, we were all in this country. Many MP, NDC guys were lined up in court. They played this delay tactics for 8 years. And after 8 years, power changed, and the Attorney General came and entered nolle prosequi for all of them. For 8 years, the cases could not be tried because they were playing delay tactics. And yet, you people were saying that the judges were in bed rather with the MPP, and any order which is given at the court, somebody will file an interlocutory appeal against it.
Ne kokotie ye owura Ayikwe O2 nene ene kokotie enwachi enemranim ni awojine mu ediama enkane Director General Edema National Signals Bureau kwabuna edu boahen lawyer atachia wose won no one de asem na omo kan want asio say yimu atemodie na opese mudi na nyade one kra obenya bre aba begina ho se oba bedi asem esan se wontumi fa lawyer fo nkume bia kan kogina asem na asese wo mo enyefam kogina asem na so enni esan se nipa na wafa no ne client ne woni mugidie eni nti ana wafa ne esan se wo se wono no wa wedare mu yie papa wa mramu woni memra no wotemra na se obetumi atwetwa agena eni nti no nimdifo eni nti ena wakokofa atachia se wo mra medi nanim awo nasem emu nti lawyer panimu te se wono na se ebre aso se lawyer fo ayagefo nyina kwaje wo mahome a na emprempren no wo se wo ye enyiyimu na mema sem de oba bedidi a wono no wo kire se enya de a wo beti ase de biada.
Some special cases in the eyes of somebody, and that there are some special judges who should continue working. What is the emergency about the Dubuan case? That if today we don't want to rest, we want to continue. So that what happens? Is it a Dubuan case that is going to bring inflation down in Ghana? They should spare us this selective justice. I will not be part of it. I'm not giving up on my client, but I'm upholding principle. But if it means that my client doesn't want me to uphold principle, then it's up to him. But it's not because of one brief that will cancel a tradition. and also the Courts Act and the rules of court, I've asked a question. People do not want to answer. If we believe that legal vacation is not important, let's delete it from the Courts Act and the CI 47. And let's say that all the land cases are as important as the criminal cases. And therefore, all the land court judges should sit. Then we are talking about fair justice.
Radio Munina Baatan, Mothers 102.7 FM.
Enti manyim ni samo atachia wono na ejine mu ediama kwabena edu buaheni nsem no eka ensem a ya to nsa frese abra ya lawyer fo na judge kwa kwamai wo mo de ne de ye betina so.
Yeah, to akase ne so nya concern fufuro mu de yerim so man Ghana ha say emerso na ye beto abaz impo no se akonya bi adampan ne beto so ababa election general election ni nyina no meya bi wo ho a eya na mentem ho asema no so pa iye 2019 31st January bisi ye wa yawa so west wa gon ho ene wo no nyamfo Sam George na sumtewa ne de amano ekowi ase akura wo keke kan sem bebre ne wo hena on na yem na hye bedwani prempren man for eningo pram na yenim se 2020 eba ne ne abibeto abanko ade ebitimisi na nanu ye to abakura eya fimpimienu ne aduonu enan ebikura so si abrekuma beso ya so ene no so koye nsem bebre eno ena ma Center for Democratic Development for ede ensema ba bonten se ye beto aba ne sa enema ekokoso nya na esempanyufo edo ade property ntia e masa mentim ase tebri no omodo mwesikopa eye na oman Ghana see beto aba na we ya chiwe we ya bo we asum na we ya twawe no anu etimi ebra se fi say eno ya de a egu oman Ghana ho fi kra eye na panyi a woda Saj Media no da programs manager Emma CDD eyo no nyamfo po kwabena abrampa wono na kire mu e say sa ade we eya ade a so oman Ghana panyifo amfo mo nan ensi fo ma ebekoso ayesa de beto aba bia enka ne kra na bo nse yi ododo ye beto aba na bo nse okrofo yem hye wo mo e so ye den a mente me ho ase betebiri wo ho papa e kire say eno ya ade e beboa pa ye sempanyifo ehia no mo ko bankro mu no mo nse sa ade we ya e ma mente mo ase tebiri no ye pe ano pomesibre na e betimi aboa pa eyi
have peace without justice and people whose parents, whose siblings, whose husbands have been affected are still in the system. They probably know people who committed the crimes. So anytime there's elections, it seeks to ginger them to retaliate.
Nano see ya per and Director of Electoral Services, a year Electoral Commission. So the ensem to also say, what do any trem more a year Electoral Commissioner? Say them penny forts na say a person mu mu and nasa in Sakraye e was C1127 emu and no a ya de bebuapa a ye and no CI 127. A betimia buapa a ye send a bay your mind Ghana but also a betimia ko enkind.
But scan results will be sent to a dedicated portal. And when that thing happens, there is a need to review the CI 127, which regulates the conduct of general elections.
Yape na James Neni Emma National Peace Council so na nutu mu say enko yes Saj mekui enko anemo mu no amanyoku ahodo ni nyina na ese frɛ wo mo no mu na eno mo tena se ekɔ bankrom no obi ate ne ho ase say ni de oman Ghana pese violence no etutwa say ne be obi abenya ne ho ente ase.
Areas of concern you all agree is the inflammatory language. Areas of concern you all agree is the inflammatory language.
Mothers FM 102.7.
Nani Emma National Peace Council ne eni okotie no.
Ya moremu ewo emebunu soso wo modwumadie emu na oboremu wasantemantam dia KNUST Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology Great Hall dwumadie bi ekoso ho no ma yede hyase a osanabosumi ne da etoso edu ekosi ne da etoso edumienu na dwumadie ne ekoso National Youth Authority na omita dwumadie ehyehyɛ so edema eye esukufo na fe emebunu no sɛde ebe ya wo abrabɔ ne betumi atotototonema ede amomo ye nyomedi nkomo se ne bewu nsa abrabɔ ne de o bo abrabɔ na so kɔto ne ade awu nse o den de na so se mepem ekomani mesan so mpanyifo ni na wobia efa nyemu ɔden mu ansa na wɔpem akɔ n'anim ade obowe mu asuapon mu ahodo mu de mpempem de wɔn nsɛm ɛdɔm ano a ne se na sentem de hostel ne de abo no ye de bom tim se ban na chesa buy do na chesa ye de abo wo mo eso na 5,000 na 9,000 na 9,000 so na chesa ye hwe mu tim chesa 15,000 chesa abo no kwa na ekosoro ni nemu no wo mu guso enemu a wo mo epem ekomanim na adwumadi ekoso e okay university no asem tiri na edaso no rebuilding values, inspiring patriotism, empowering the youth in the digital age and then asem tiri na edaso a for edi enkomo akyerɛkyerɛ emebru no sene be ya ahofa madwumadi na no betumi enya edi aboa na bibi betumi akonkan edi ama boman Ghana. Now, opinion would di a youth authority anim Abdullah Ayariga and a watcher say, a mebrin who say, one modem who see one ma a den fast when you bring us boom 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 boom, you could a bois, and my name to me a conkin. And to best say, mebrin say, ma baby beer and boom my beam, it sounds all my menom, all men and unknown, will be beera, ever or home, generation beer, and anyhow, I will kitchen to Gen Z for her, my bay, one so, one more how now, so some pim, a comb, and you may sense no better to me, I know, and I dear woman and no mamma, and no mawful, a bit to me, aye.
Refusing to take part in corruption or simply doing your work honestly and well, this or that is patriotism too. To the young people here, let me say this clearly. Don't let anyone convince you that your generation is a problem. Yes, Ghana faces real challenges, and yes, there's plenty we need to change. But every generation has faced difficulties. What sets your generation apart is that you have access to tools. Tools your parents and grandparents could not have imagined. Knowledge, technology, global networks, creative platforms, and the ability to turn an idea into something real, fast, and meet or touch the globe. So don't use your phone only to watch other people's build. Use it to build.
And you're Abdullah Ayariga, we're not any president at the National Youth Authority. And we're changing so and a Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment. We're George Opare Ado. One of the Sukopi Mujmedina see what I say. I will share now sentiment and commodia, a cosoni na for host the Hunse Maya Cosono. I did a banus egusua a coso se or bebem. Diama addition for Nasenabay or Monayemu. I was Suku Honum, Miche interest the Siapon who do no Atutunyama na addition for Nomasum Adjo Womo na Bibia etumi ako enkan.
About hostel fees, I want to assure them that as Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, I'll take up this issue with the Minister for Education and the appropriate authorities that are responsible for controlling rent in this country. We are a country of laws, and we must allow our laws to work. No single individual is bigger or greater than the laws of this country. And so we will make sure that the right things are done. We will have the necessary conversations with owners of hostels, and we will make sure that prices are reasonable for the dear students of this country.
Mothers FM 102.7.
For George Opare Ado, Nene, and Yakoti, and Abusia for ye, try a Huaban so. Mamma Cow say, age milk will be Adama, and you may appear a Mahunudrum. Assume was some Pamadinka Bosso Dianatas, a bright hiring HR consultancy limited, and a bright group of companies. One more Dama now in print dear. A bunny, you might did so more, and a woman a boy a mebrun, Amacopium, Obimaso, Abu Dhabi. Our cowboy, Jumana Sunny, set na effata. One more epe Emma and a mema guards, which one more abambo for security guards. I pe one more. Some PM Obimaso Abu Dhabi and Concobo a Juman Wadre Sanya set na effata. Our quena no about a face-to-face interview. Bra ni to one no na a bribe munacha say would a ucha. I be a to one be a con came out say we unconco far pobia podri be an interview and said me and you face to face. You be one some year no na chese bibi bia koyi edima wo de na chese wo so o say atadufo wa wo dem ekopiem e obi man so Abu Dhabi akobo adwuma nse ne ese ne fata na interview no ekoso a 15th to 18th August na interview no ekoso na 8 a.m. anapa no watche na we siesie wo kama se na mafa me hu official wear se makeup na ba ya we twi makeup ne kama na wakakoye interview no na wo Malam Junction Ako Plaza ye ne Berima Total Filling Station na ebo ho na chese we twi aba na ye interview no wo honom mfie na ye pe no 22 to 40 years 22 to 40 years and in enfie a ye pese obetumi aba na bibia akọ enkan na wetumi akenkan brofo atworo brofo na ye se we smart ye mpeta tattoo bia e wo ho bra se bibia sa enyu ho dia na chese wetumi aba wudam kama se ba betumi aye interview no ade ba akonso ye hia so se ye pe CV updated one na chese me kofa 19 kodu ho majira makọ ede ne emma ye pe updated CV ye pe passport na afin so wo certificate na chese we de aba na bibia akọ enkan ede amawo wonsa ka edwuma no so dia na chese okopi mu ho na bibia obeda bibia medical insurance resident permit ni na no e ka ho edma security allowance bibia ewo hono ma uniform ne bepem bi ede ahyewo eni bra na bedi anase be interview no wetumi afre yen so dia na yese bibia be konkan ede amawo no 0539 081 395 0539 081 395 na wafre na ye ne watwetwe nkomo na wetumi aba abaye face to face interview 15th August to 18th August so na Mothers TV ye do wunti no ye guso etre ya hyemu eni ntinisi no message so wetumi scan wudi code no na tese bibia konkan ede ama o scan wi nso so a wo antenna no wo dish no na wa position ne kama 26 degrees east and that's 27 degrees east na tese Mothers TV ye demutafa ede ama wo frequency no 12303 12303 symbol rate no 27500 na with the asheshe musa ede amame Arabsat BADR8 Arabsat BADR8 na chese wabo ede ashemu kama na Mothers TV ye demutafa ede ama Mothers TV the mother of all media
na mami so mo ha say na yemfa ye ni enchemu North Kaneshi the mod bus stop ho anai ye duru ho dia ho na kelele clothings eso ewo musime fanto anim se enes wa ho ofebeko enkan dia agese wo mo ene betimi aboa opa eye se opese opam African print eye wudin ene eye street fabrics na no muton bi ewo ho fabric ahodo bi a pese wo nsa ekabi no omuton bi ewo kelele clothings atena ye anase wompo de bia na ukura ntoma no na enso hu star akura pese wo pam wo dia ne sefa woni padua ne bra ne yensusu ne enfa eye stars ahodo nyina enkyerɛw na wanka so yi baako de hia ne se wo betimi ade ani ache mo North Kaneshi the mod bus stop ho pepepe ho enomo wo bia na wonim North Kaneshi bus stop kro ya make crowds wonim ho yempese obeyira intifra homa we ye 0541 849-257 and now says 0268-866-697. Ofra and penny for bejo first so send ye beya material bia wupe bia and faber down warm no must bet me I bow. Aha, ye be hombe kase ne so akoto enkrate abai kase ye ba kase ndia kanina and the doors ye konkro for man so dwedie ene apomudin kase ye ba besomo.
Aha, kelele clothing. Me mama kwaba. Yeni etimi ma wa ho ofedanso. Ewo wontade shemu. Esan say, ye wo fabrics are so to nyina bi wa ha. African print. Kelele clothing die. Ye san so pam the show. Come on. Ye pam me mane mema kaftan. Corset, agbada, e mane mema die nyina. Embroidery, bubu. Suit kaftan, political suit nina. Ye pem bi wa ha. Ye try kwan ewo North Kaneshi the mod bus stop. And now with dear friend, ewo 0541 849 257 and now 0268 866 697.
Adishmaima
KASE Estate Ghana Limited. Ye Jumakubia. Yesi dine ton dine. Eton sase krujia. Mansubia ni hu. Wuto yen sasibia. Ebeya wudia forever and ever. Wabusian da chinti. Enunti. KASE Estate say. Chia 10% pay. Na fe shasye. Usi dino. Na uchane kakra. KASE Estate in kwane won sasi wa the whole Ghana. Ye won sasi bi wa Greater Accra. Baby to say. Atoman. Kofi Donko. Imam Pehia. Danjra. Kaswa Obom. Dodowa. Kofi Kwe. Ayite Kote. Weja. Broadcaster. Ani Bebre. Sayakwa Central Region in Sua. Cape Coast. Ayensudo. J. Krodia. Portin. Gomwa Kwe Krum. Yankwa Eastern Region. Ensawam. Kwasinyako. Afram Krum. Afayentufa. Na Yanko Northern Region. You will be Watamale. Nyampala. Ensasuno Bay. UDS Campus. Watamale Kumase Kwanso. Yesansu wa Executive Mwanzo. Diada Kromu Pe. Na Wusansu Pe. Asasi Yantam. Edia Yekria and Efua. You will be with the whole Ghana. And on Tishushi Yechiakwai. The main office. Accra. Tesano. Yani Ghana Telecom University. And our police training school. And the Dijanimu. Wakaswa Malam Quantum Ponoso. Among from. Yani Resurrection. Sorry, the Dijanimu. Na Yakwa Amasama Iswa. Opposite the Central Marks. Wa Amasama Iwa. Obakro wa office no. I was site Hope. Afei Ashaiman. Yani Lorry Station no. And the Dijanimu. Freying 0302 963740. Ebim 0302 963740. KASE Estate Ghana Limited. Yenti Usubet Mies Sidai.
That's 102.7 Accra. Kasiendi bebre na ne ya bosso na se asda enkoma kelele clothing saso na KASE Estate Ghana yentoa kasie ne soe. Ghana mampani etina kunya kasie no ni so ade hunu ba ko de ba bonten big push. Na big push na se ya kwan no na afa su nkura hodo nkuro nkito se bi beka se ye nkito mu a empanyi na mahoden eni trenhwe ho no obehwe na bibia timi akotote eno bi na akoso mfimfin mantemu ya paujumedie bi ho ma eno no wosha eno no 598 million Ghana cedi ene dia shem eye nyina mahoden dwumedie na Ghana mampani ene so afa wo sha man Ghana ye nyina mahoden so omo nyina aka omo ntuma pa so e dia hye so na enye finfin mantem ko a eno 211 eye o man Ghana nkura hodo a eno ye beka se 22 district ene dwumedie we ebekoso finfin mantem ene di fiase dwumedie na koso e wo finfin mantem ne pa hontmano and Deputy Minister for Energy Green Transition Eddie Ensem Tudra eye won monyam for Richard Jan Mensa na ensem ka ye nyina ne se sene ebeye enyina mahoden o man Ghana mantem do sene nyina bebi a wo bia no betimi enya binti na surgery do abepa ho entoma na enso hase ya wo mo tretre wo mo ntaban mu amana komia hodo bebra eye nyina mahoden ennu ho enti sene no mu fiase wo finfin mantem a wo mo nkan ho se bia in Mamadini Obiano, a best one also.
Was part of government flagship Big Push program involving an investment of 598 million Ghana cedis. Government targeted regional strategy to connect unelectrified communities to the national grid within the next 4 years. I am happy to announce that this year, Central Region, Savannah region, Uti region, and the Volta region were the 4 regions being prioritized.
Onwanyam for Richard Jan Mensa ne enye kotie ne nam se finfin mantemu enajumi ekosi omahino wogomwa eye dwuma akon obrempon nyam for krampa eso de asda PSA ema Ghana mampani ene swafo a wo hye yina mahoden so emponi na bede akire so omodin finfin mantem no mo so hu ommobo no akai wo mo na onim se enso hwa de no behia nyina so empanyifo be ya ma wo mo
you want Central region you be sure there Abai mijumeti pa odi aba Central region no yebosom twe ne bema 7 brothers and mo be botutuma ama jumeti no abadu biara ye be so de yesa kama aban so aiden ayi twaboshe
gomwa adwumako eye obarima nyamfo krampa ne ekotie no
I was saying to some so and far a mouth, dear. Nini na kokoria muse de ni chim ewo timantem emu. Nam basa koso ewo enkwanta. Honom no aja empanifo se dabi. Womo ntumi entena se na yesen fufu bedane womo ekwaye entimpempren de wo so mo sore waka. Na womo esore de na kire say Ghana Armed Forces ane mekire asrafo no womo na womo kakodi dwuma nse ne be ya asumdwe ebeba bibibia be konkan ho na empempren de empanifo ede na watwe miensa dwumedie na hye so ede ama asrafo ne se womo emfa Kenya womo ho womo fanya dwuma no gidi biti womo bowra ho no mu de na se womo kakoye dwuma na dia enya afi na watimi wakame bia we ya botu dabi na mmom no womo yi adwuma nse ne be ya womo betumi akwakoboban ne wo kwanpa eso ama bibia etumi akonkan ti dwumedi omudi no womo atudin se Starlight Stretch 1 2 3 na chese ne toso miensa eno no womo eya womo akodi sadwuma na ewo otimantem emu na openya wogina commanding officer general officer commanding anemu brigadier general Edward Aweribe no de wentumi ama bepiemu ewase bi intino kasa ye na nemu commanding colonel Lawrence Sedo Agbeduawu wono eno jana nemu wode ensem tudwa say training ya wo mu na wotwe miensa dwumedi omu de su menim no wo mu sene be ya asrafo no ebetumi anya bibibia kama na omukopiemu ewo emonten so ebo adwuma na aso ani ayekrabehwe ensem say na Colonel Lawrence Sedo Agbeduawu editudwa.
The purpose or the aim of this exercise is to essentially to sharpen the readiness of the troops in dealing with the internal security operations, such as the situation currently that we have in Baatan. At the end of this exercise, we expect that after the 3 weeks, the troops acquire first and foremost collective and individual efficiencies in dealing with this kind of internal security situations.
Na enwechi na 1 infantry battalion commanding officer wohonom Lieutenant Colonel Enoch Awudu what say Starlight Stretch number 3 ya be de aba wobrepem pa aba papa wobrepem wogidi se eba be bo mo se ne be ya twutwa sem esore emma bambo ho sem entodin ewo enkwanta no ni na etotwa.
Exercises of this nature are timely and very relevant in view of emerging threats within our very southern region. As we are all aware, the increase in terrorist activities within the Sahel region, trickling down to our West African sub-region, calls for more resolute measures to address this threat. Hence the need to awaken the community spirit in us to be ever prepared and ever ready to deal with any form of threat to the territorial integrity of our dear motherland.
Radio Munina Baatan, Mothers 102.7 FM.
Lieutenant Colonel Enoch Awudu wono ene commanding officer ewa number 1 battalion infantry battalion nene ene kokoti.
Empempra yaka say de not mompanyimfo ede nsema ba bonten wodweni etremu ewo upper east mountain mu enne nkura etwa ho ehia ntia aba ne say se wo hwe eye ensu a Burkina Faso ene my Ghana hye so impo no white voter no eben a wo mo etiben nyina no mo koto tra se mpagya wo mo niema no mo mfiri wafi se anhwa na etimi ehire no mpese yo ne kase esiye June bosome no ebetimi bi menunti eno mo koto sre wo mo eti wo nyina se kebeya we mponya se nkebeya o mfiri ho na eye mo nko bo mo asisa e wo baabi se ne ebeya impon bibia eyo ne kase entim ensi na nadmo coordinator emma Talinsi district waden sima toja wo tre se o mede enam yensa na akokrom a makwa kwatena ho ebo eye wo mo eti wo nyina we koto sre pa cho o mfiri ase nko efi se anhwa na eyi etimi agiri nsuo no we eye wo one more at a white voter na any a share so more my Ghana ne Burkina Faso or a Bismarck on their NADMO coordinator Nensemuni.
I had a notice from the Sonabo telling us they are going to open their battery dam small. And so when we heard so, even prior to that information, already we have our program in our office when it comes to the season. And this season we began with it before we had a notice that they are going to. So we intensified based on their message that farmers should stay a bit distance from the river banks. Though they have their crops there, but it's better they save their lives than to get involved in any dangers that may bring us challenge. And so since the last 3 days, we have been on the ground, NADBO, trying to make sure the public is aware through the engagement. They're not personally going to stations to get that information, but our people are on the ground making sure they engage the farmers to let them understand the purpose for which they have to stay a big distance from the
now so the same to draw or more say and so you munkiani na essay or mono by any na essay so moko to sra ban somra no me hu omobo na no so etra wo jumbu so mi kremu no ye yo ne kase eto omo no munko so akra emfi mu eno nti no mo se aban sa aban betimi aboa omombo omo ene mo dua ye ni na etimi asay na fe kra na bi wo kra efifi na se ni esa so mombo mu ketem enkope baby emmo mo sesa no enya de ebeboa wo mo enti aban emehu mmobo
long about 15 years now. When we farm like this, we can transplant it. There is no rain. By the time that rain fall, then we transplant the thing. They say they can open the water for us, the Barclay Dam, and we cannot even harvest it. So right now it is problem for us. We don't even know how to do. As Ananda I'm speaking, we just hearing that the water will come. Right now we are standing here. You just look at the corn. It's not even yet now. So it is problems for us. Floods was not always coming this way. At least maybe 5 years before you can get water coming, that it will not come and destroy our crops. But these years, all along, we will do the farming, but the moment they open the Barclay Dam, the water will come and flood our farms, apart from the river banks, because we have no land that we can go and do the farming, apart from the river lands. And some of us, we use the river banks to farm onions and tomatoes and all that. But after that, in the dry season, some of us who have machines, we will do our best to do our planting.
Nekakra no Upper East Mante Munadmo director or eso de nshisaya na so ye no ediegu akwem se ne ebe ya impo wo mwete wo no wo mo ho entry wo mo
assessing the situation, keenly monitoring the situation and strengthening preparedness in the flood-prone communities to ensure that when the spillage occurs, we will have a minimal impact. Our main focus is on mitigation, is on preparedness, public safety, and effective coordination. And we are ensuring that we embark on community sensitization, public education. We have educated farmers along the White Volta to immediately evacuate to higher grounds for safety. We have also educated residents along the White Volta to also evacuate to higher grounds for safety. NADMO, in collaboration with key stakeholders in the vulnerable communities, that is the flood-prone communities, have been able to secure temporal stretches such as safe havens that will be used as temporal shelters.
Radio Munina Baatan, Mothers 102.7 FM.
Ene kokotie Upper East NADMO director wo nhye omode gu akwem se ne ebe ya yo ne kese ensi no de atujan.
Yefa enimechemu awo Madina la Enkwantenan Municipal Assembly. Yedu honom dia ene empanyifu awo honom HSCC na hunidie nsan Ghana mampani wa hye mensin kropo akache ahenkura akache fo nyina se hwe na ahunidie enkoso yede ahye monsa mo ma hunidie ne ankoso mama eho emra ne entintim na insuo esanso pete na ejiri fa Ghana fo dia ne safo ni nanum kan win se safo na wa woman so ana wukropon no woman sinim baby be jiri afa amanfo enye wo adwuma ne kan win se waja no no entize de kokobɔ no de wo ma so mu se twetwe wo ma maso se yesu asennua no e de awto mo kon entimprempre ne mpanifo yi kwa na mo ko ekyerɛkyerɛ na Lankwantana Madina Municipal Assembly na omuni adwadifo mu ewo Madina Market akodi ensa wo so kyese wo bebu sanitation bylaws no eso no de hwehun se wo mu ne ebedi ne sane esene fata na jumede ne course no wo mu ne EPM panifo na face ECG panifo nyina ne kwatena se hyiaye wo mu hye adwadifo ahemafo no wo mu nyina na mutena so wudi enkomo no na omunyafo Ibrahim File Fuseni won ekropon krache a wo de sansemi atudwa ema adwadifo. No
one will put any market wares to sell. Let's all come together, put our worries out, our griefs, and then also listen to the assembly, what they also have to tell us, so that we can also be in line with them or to be on the same page with them. So as and when a construction is going on, they will also understand and even give way to the contractor to do the good work. The other side of the sanitary area has also been mentioned. It has been there for over ages, almost about 10 years, in a very deteriorated situation. We've now given it to contractor, also coming out to work. We need to also let them appreciate who is going to work over there, or to understand what kind of change is coming there. Because Medina, as it is today, they themselves have also said it out. They go to other market, they see some certain sanity, but here it is something else to do with. So I told them it is one of my mandates to ensure that we do the right thing about the 24-hour economy market that we've awarded out to a contractor. We've introduced the contractor to them, also going to engage them before we started.
Manya for Ibrahim File Fuseni wano ene kropon krache edema man for wom ewo Lankwantana Madina Municipal Assembly enwechi ene edwadifo no so ede ensem tu dwakyerɛ sɛ we de ensem no de omaka omagia atum na wom de omoka kyerɛ won sɛ wo bi ede bola si bebi ani kwan sɛ odisi a monhwe na emra no enkyere no Mama na nyo munni enti sa de dia ene mbedije gu honum saa wo no wo gbekire wo go san so munni so wo munni no saman na wo ho saman mo fi kurekura se ye bechiw tankasefo bobo hanso bi aprapra ni fie saman na wo mo kyere manfo a wo mo de baye adwuma ene da nchen so a wo hwe na nsentemu kwadu ene brode aba no chemicals a wo de ye de hye no enyini ni ya hye no ko edura ma na aye tofo why say bofu te dia twa ngwam wo hufuru na chese wanyi prekope wo chese ni nan entwe yi nti mo bisa esra ban se wo mo a wo mo fa kwati kwan so anase wo mo fa kra sa chemicals bi efiri bi man so ebe hye brode ni kwadu no yen hwe na safo nya yen nya esan se ekum yen titiru e wo yedua ndi emu
e ka kira ban se yen ne ye to nuane no bode kwadu amango ankasa fruit ni ema no omo wodro bi ti se ade ye kitame we yansuo omo di gusu se ya na abre ade no wudia na woyem etikidri ni nyina no dodo na afiri sa ne ema no eti yesra ban baabi asa enuro no free ba no omo enuro ni sanko back baabi omo kra baabi omo hwehwem na omo ma sa enuro ni nyina enko back sa se amwa ye Enema bebre wodwa so a saa niema ne frefre mu bet amwaye yesre si ye pe ya ho ode pa de a mumre dwom na mo nhentare na mo nsada amene nti dwom sa de mo ye investigation na mo hwehwe saa niema no de ye kan na mo behu ni nyina ye pa mo chew ene to so biem mimi pese tankasia na ye adwuma titi mire mu no ensanya adwuma se tankasi ba me fie no be samame Oba me fichire no besama me. Oba dwom no besama me. O china bola me mfesi ho. Ade achi na me de achi defu a medo. Me ntwa ma ban na eba bedo ama me ne nso be yira
Yeah, ejadifo ni bi ewa Madina Jimedi ekoso no ase no echi na Ghana fo bi nsoso asoso abo empanyimfo abaso pa ye se wo mo ehwe di sa nsemi ehu edwuma pa e de ma mo san se enwuro no edos ye papa ekum yen enda nchen nsoso ahonedie nsem nsoso wo mo koso ema emu enjere pampe
Madina market women ne kan na meni omo ya adwen pa to the sense nyina yatene kurase ena niema na omo de ba no omo de ede chemicals ne sa niema ne gumu no omo de omo ba ma beto ma ye di betin susun so no ye na ebenya enti se government metumi aye ho bibi afa sa chemicals na omo kra ede ba no a ebeja ya enke because ene body ube hu body odi su ha na abre ne bre no enti se fresh de na uka body fubusia eye no enti sa ye nwu kokwa ye di ube na odi su na ene na asesa niba bebre wo ho a chemicals na omde gusu na omde bre yekulu even ene watermelon ene ye popo kese banana ye kra ye toji kura no ebu awu to na wodi a wodi se emre ye but esan so omde dro gusu ntino na bre by force enti mini Madina mafo no mini omo ya adwen 100%
ampa yenya eno ye Ghana fo bi nsoso agenche ani na no omo sesa ban enhwe na chemicals nna no ye mpam mfi omen
ye nkwawie kase ne wo hempon a wo ye wo huni valley eye na nakwabna ponsa wo toso ennan wo bo eye wo nyamfo Ibrahim Mahama basopa eye na dent na wo bo na baso e ne so wo kan nan se kwanten pon a eye Cape Coast kwanten pon finfin mantemu ekoda man no ore yi etwa so kra enkane no na te se kontebe na enso ye da man mines ehye ne nsai wotimi ahwe se ma se ne be ye kwan no mu ye nte no do ani kire mu a ekwan ne ade eda so eno nti ena wo hempon yi ade abaso de ade akwa ma wura Ibrahim Mahama
na penifo sa boso ba na mejai pa ye nti ese na nanom yeso ye boso ne ma mu nyina mo tiase se ye ne aye Dr. Ibrahim Mahama mla ye dan adwuma ne dia ama no no ne kosia no o da man adwumam ho na odi yoma bi ana odi nsem bi de to apono so o kan ho me na yete yoma ne first 6 months obesha say oye e di ama ye ne catch affected catchment communities no ampala so wa hyase
na nakwabna ponsa wo toso ennan ne nekote ya fe yenkwa enyenkofa emebunu so wo monso modi tuja
ese hawa na ye ne free de wa ha o pese kwa teku o pese kwa champion o pese kwa subiri aye market day na o de brain banle ya papa Ibrahim bai am se contractor be ku kwa issue o ye duma we sire se Ghana ha mines na wa ha ni nyina no onya competent Ghana ni na de adwuma ne mana we sire se obama Ghana mine afana mpesua ne so no afane tambae den efra nti e be ko so ya da ban ase na ya sira ban se ndwuma na e wo Ghana ha ni nyina no embre so a omo dina no mfa magana ni kwan ne nye wo ye so beti kwan na oyem chiso because e kwan ne nye ba isi omo start yen omo nye ndu ba bia ba so omo twa ne nyina so omo fa hwe ngu su kwan po se kwan ne eye nti e da na ase se oye we nyina
we ni emebunu so nso modi tu je de kase ni besi ha sei na afei DJ Flex o se dey wo perde dodo wo perde ono so ne dia ba beto aso semufo eye abena foko yeboa sas ne producer eye Mr. Red na Jeremiah Bible mu die ni bia wona tina fidine chi pia PCR any MCR as a PSC enkoma obi bia ekwi akode yebo asare any midi mene
nana aba echiba yesare so na edwum so aba beto aso sabi die koso ama ofidie na enna hase na koso atie DJ Flex.